charities around the same time as the trials. So instead of hearing about, oh yeah, I think there's another drop coming. I haven't been keeping up with it because I've had a lot of things going on. That's why I took a break. A lot of things going on. But I haven't been keeping up with the story. But I'm telling you, there's going to be something along the lines of Taylor. Some texts are going to come out about Taylor being more involved. She's even more involved than what we know. I'm telling you. So around the same time, because they're suspecting it, they're expecting it. Around the same time, she's going to donate to a bunch of charities. She's going to donate to DV. Hi everyone, welcome back to No Light Tower. My name is Hallie, so grateful to have you all. Let's get into this reading. I'm really excited to be doing this. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and you do comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. I'm going to do an update about It Ends With Us. I've been following this for almost 2 years. It's crazy that it's been this long. I'm not laughing at what they're going through, Justin Baldoni and co. It's just that it's taken this long, and the trial is meant to happen next month. So it's absolutely insane. I know some of you have joined the channel specifically for this, and honestly, I have loved covering this. I feel for Justin. I've always been on Justin's side from day one. I said that. People came for me in the comments. I got a lot of backlash. Same thing as how I was about Johnny Depp. I just feel like it's very sad. I'm a girl's girl, and people are like, what's a girl's girl? But I don't have any male friends. I used to have a straight friend. We're not friends anymore. But I don't have any male friends. In fact, I had two. One of them just got really weird with me. And then the other would just disappear from time to time. I don't want to talk too much about that because they're not here to defend themselves. But I don't have any male friends. My friends are females, and I get along with females more. I'm definitely a girl's girl. I bond with females. In fact, at my job, the people I'm very connected to are women. And it's usually been like that, except for one or two circumstances. But I bond very well with women. So when I'm defending a man, please know that they really are innocent. So I've always felt like that about Johnny Depp. I always felt like that about Justin Baldoni. So if you're not familiar with It Ends With Us, go check it out. I don't know where you've been because it's been a hot topic for almost 2 years, literally. And I remember when I first heard the story, I had just come out of the hospital almost 2 years ago. Crazy that it was almost 2 years ago. And because it was August, I remember that. And people kept asking me. I got DMs to do this, to cover it. I was hesitant because, the Blake Lively people were very strong, at least online. And people were eviscerating him. And, Aquarius, how I am, I love to defend innocent people. That's since I was a kid, I've always been like that. Where if I see somebody being bullied or being picked on, it really upsets me. And I have to defend that person. So that's what I did with Justin Baldoni. In fact, I wanted to be neutral because I feel like I gave this example or these examples that I had heard through the grapevine that Blake Lively was a handful because a lot of actors are in my family. Lots of people I know in New York are actors. In fact, most of my friends in New York are actors because that's the acting. Other than LA, it's the actor central. My friend, I don't really have friends in LA. I don't really make a lot of friends in LA. It's not really my place. But my one friend I do have from LA, she's not an actress, but her husband is. So out of these big cities, a lot of people I've become close to have been actors. And so with that being said, I'd heard about Blake Lively being a handful. I met some of the Gossip Girl people. They were not very nice. In fact, a year ago, I saw Chase Crawford, and he came to my the other guy, Paul. What's his name? Paul Wesleyan. That's his name. I think that's his name. The worst names. Oh my gosh, people's names. But I saw him. He came to a job that I used to work at, like literally down the road from where I live. So I have met a lot of these Gossip Girl people. They haven't been very nice. Paul Weston was very nice, I must say that. I met him like a year and a half ago. Oh, he came to my job like a year and a half ago. Very, very nice guy. Chase Crawford also came to my job, my old job. I would say around the same time there was like a Miami festival where actors were coming in and out. They were filming actually a big movie down the street from where I live, which is crazy. So a lot of actors tend to come there too. So I met them. Chase Crawford was in his own world. It's okay, whatever, he can do what he wants to do. I met him too. I served him a long time ago. Crazy. Forgot that. 12 years ago. 12 years ago. He was not the nicest. He was young, so I'm not going to hold it against him. You know, when we're young, we do stupid things. We treat people not the best way sometimes. He just gave me, like, I want to show off, which is fine. I'm not going to hold it against him. But that Jessica guy I met her, she was not nice at all. Not nice at all. But again, the person has changed, they've grown, circumstances change. You know, when you're young, you're famous, you tend to behave a certain way, then you mature and get older. So I'm not saying I hold it against them. I just heard horror stories about Blake Lively, and I believed them because I was like, I met the other Gossip Girl crew. Not very nice. Not crew like production crew like actor crew. Entertainment crew. So with that being said, I heard through the grapevine about Justin Baldoni. I still have a huge crush on him when he was Raphael, Jane the Virgin, one of my favorite shows. I still watch it to today. I love that show so much. Such a cute show. And if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it on Netflix. It's amazing. I started watching it actually 11 years ago. Crazy. And you have to watch it, but he plays the fiance of this virgin. She's a virgin, but she gets pregnant. It's so good. So. Gina Rodriguez is Jane the Virgin. And it's based off like a Venezuelan telenovela. And it's actually shot in Miami here. So it's very interesting. So anyways, long story short, I used to have a huge crush on him. And when I remember telling my friend that, who used to also work in the CW, it was either him or another friend I have. But they were like, oh no, Justin, I don't want to throw him under the bus. It might not have been him, even though we're not friends anymore. I want to throw him under the bus. But somebody that I know that worked either at the CW or with somebody that works at the CW told me that he was hard to get along with at work. And I was like kind of turned off because I had a crush on him. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad that somebody... So, like, he gives off this aroma. But I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised because, like, actors are actors. But when I saw interviews of him, he seemed so genuine, But anyways, so long story short, I wanted to be non-biased when I did the reading. From day one, I saw that they were plotting against him. They were bullying him. They wanted him out. And it's horrible, when you're the kind of person... It's happened to me recently. In the past year, it's happened to me at a previous job that I had, where I was plotted against. And when you're the nice person, people take advantage of you. And I don't want to get too much into it. I can't right now. One day I will. But when you're the nice person and you have boundaries and you just take the high road, people that are scummy, dirty, they often win. For now. But you have to take it on your chin, like Justin did. I'm so proud of how he has been handling everything. What a gentleman, and his wife were phenomenal people. You have to take it for now and go the legal route. You just do. You can't fight back. There've been times in my old job I wanted to fight back. I wanted to call people names. I wanted to send nasty text messages. But it's never ever worth it. If you're being harassed, bullied at a job, don't ever fight back and go low, because then you in your character, you will lower yourself, and you'll find when you don't do that, it opens new doors. I mean, look at Justin. He went through hell, but he has a whole fan base of new people that he might have never even had, that genuinely like him, genuinely like what he represents, because he's a genuinely nice person. So I made a lot of predictions. A lot of them have come true, and some of them I have yet to come true. I did not see it going this long, and I want to actually see why it has gone this long, and what I'm going to make trial predictions, because I read energies. It's not exactly fact. People don't understand that about tarot. It's energies. It can change. It's not written in stone because we have to all choose our path. I provide guidance, and then it's up to you. We all have free will. Okay, so I'm using the Lysias Tarot. I did pre-shuffle some cards, and I'm getting a lot of Brian Freeman's energy, and people are like, Brian Freeman's a hero, blah, blah, blah. He actually represented somebody in the past who I don't want to get too much into, that I'm not crazy about, I'm not fond of, but he is a lawyer, and he has to take on cases that are going to represent him well and represent his company well and financially reap those rewards. So I get his energy very strongly. In fact, when I read Brian Freeman, I don't really get good vibes, I'm going to be honest. But he is a lawyer, it is what it is. In fact, I have yet to, let me not be shady. I'm going to keep it light. I was going to go in on lawyers, but I don't want to do that today. Today's not the day. Because I've had lawyers represent me. And that have come from a good place. I'm not going to say that all of them are just out for money, because that's not the case. But money is usually the main factor. Let's be real. So with the Emperor, King of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles. So I'm getting a lot of Brian's energy here. He might be an Aries sun, actually, because the Emperor is Aries sun energy. And I'm getting the energy that they're going to get some kind of money. I did say that I saw, if you watch my live, go back and watch I have it Ends With Us playlist. It will be posted at the end of the video, excuse me, I don't know why I can't speak right now. It will be posted at the end of the video. But I strongly see them refiling once everything has happened, because it takes years. This stuff takes years, unfortunately. So people like Blake, people like Ryan, people like Taylor, and I'm so disappointed that Taylor's involved in this. I said from day one, Taylor is way more involved than people realize. And I had Taylor people coming after me like, no, how can you implicate her, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I read the truth. That's why it's called No Lie Tarot. I read what the cards tell me. And I love Taylor Swift music. I used to be in the music industry. I've dated musicians. I used to be, not in Hollywood, but I know a lot of people who are famous. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It's not what people think it is. I'm telling you, most of your celebrities that you know, especially in music, they are not nice people. Very few are. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Very few are. So I'm not surprised. Even though I did not want her to be involved in this, because I love her music. I still listen to her music, even though I'm disappointed, but not shocked. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. It takes a certain personality to want to rise to the top of such a shady industry. It just does. My biggest awakening was Beyonce, but that's a story for another day. So all these people, Taylor, Blake, Ryan, if he did not have a serious financial backing, he would have sunken under. But thank goodness he's a kind person. He is a faithful person. And by faithful, I mean somebody that honors their word, And the kind of person that honors their word, it provides you protection like no other, God really looks out for people like that. And I don't mean to get all wooey on people, but I'm telling you, if you start to follow your word and be there for people, if you say you're going to do the right thing, it provides you with the kind of honor and protection that nothing else can. Nothing else can. And he has gained that protection. So with Six of Pentacles, I see here that there's some kind of money exchange coming. Let's see, from who to whom. Let's see. Okay, so I see kind of Taylor giving someone money. I get that. I don't know what that's about. I see Taylor giving money, making like a donation somewhere to make sure that she's not, she's so shady. It's not just her, it's the people around her too. They're going to make a donation at the same time around the trial. They're very good at, I was telling somebody, actually I was doing a live, because I dated a publicist who's worked for big name celebrities, and I learned some things to him. I'm not going to say what exactly I learned from him because I don't want to put him on the spot, even though we didn't end well. I still respect our relationship and I don't want to throw him under the bus. But I learned some tactics from him, from other people, that about SEOs, cleaning up your name, your image name, and Taylor's very smart in how she labels. Beyonce does this too. How they name their songs. So, for example, you'll look up Taylor Cancel and you'll get her Cancel song, and that's by design. So instead of her being booed, instead of the articles about her being booed, instead of the articles about her being in trouble, you'll see that she has a song out called Cancel, and you'll go to the song, So they're very good at using words and using marketing strategies to protect their brand, ultimately. So what she's also going to do to protect her brand, she's going to donate to a few charities around the same time as the trials. So instead of hearing about, I think there's another drop coming. I haven't been keeping up with it because I've had a lot of things going on. That's why I took a break. A lot of things going on. But I haven't been keeping up with the story. But I'm telling you, there's going to be something along the lines of Taylor, some texts are going to come out about Taylor being more involved. She's even more involved than what we know. I'm telling you. So, around the same time, because they're suspecting it, they're expecting it. Around the same time, she's going to donate to a bunch of charities. She's going to donate to DV charities, to pet charities. She knows what to do to get people's heartstrings. To women charities, women shelters, all that kind of stuff. She's going to do little drops of charity, and then she's going to go on Good Morning America and say, I just feel like giving things away. I'm at the happiest point in my life, and because I'm so happy, I want to give, but it's all going to happen while these texts are coming out, and these texts are going to be very damning. But the Taylor people, and sometimes they are very cuckoo in the brain, and they're going to only go for that. They're going to be like, oh well, she's not saying anything about it, so it doesn't exist, So that's what she's going to do to distract. But there are more Taylor texts coming out. There's going to be more evidence coming out about Taylor. But it's not the end. There are going to be, I said this before, I predicted that Taylor is going to have people come out. Olivia Rodrigo is going to come out. All these kind of people are going to say, yeah, she was doing things to me. I forgot to do that Charlie XCX. That's when I went on my hiatus. But Charlie XCX, I feel like, if you don't know, Actually Romantic was apparently sang about her. And I'm curious to see what happened between them. I'll get into it one day. So with the Moon, King of Swords, and Ten of Swords. So basically, Taylor's going to act like these stories don't exist. She's going to just be like, oh, okay. And lots of it's come from her dad. Her dad orchestrates a lot of her career, a lot of everything that's going on with her. So, let's see. Between Blake and Ryan. Then we'll do Justin. Blake and Ryan. Okay, wow. Death and Rebirth. So there's a divorce coming, I'm telling you. It's coming. They're just waiting for everything to announce it. Death and Rebirth, Four of Cups, Five of Wands. They're waiting for this whole trial thing to blow over. But they are not in a good place. I can guarantee you they're not in a good place. He has already mentally moved on. He has a son in Scorpio, which is such a shame. I love Scorpio women. I think the men, oh my gosh, not all, but a lot of Scorpio men. If you look at the famous ones, a lot of them are kind of messy. Same with Aquarius, so I really can't be judging. But they give Scorpios a bad reputation. It's very sad. So let's see with Justin, his energy. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so he's very fortunate to have the wife that he has. I mean, he intentionally married her for a good reason. Um, she's helping him build. I think they're starting like a farm. So they're starting like a community. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Seven of Wands. You see over here how they're building a farm. He's building like a something with vegetables. What's the word? I don't know why I can't think of it. Agriculture and vegetation. That's the word I'm looking for. He's making vegetation, growing vegetation. And because he's growing vegetation, I see that kind of like a community farm. You see, Aquarius, when we're in our light, we do so many good things. And I wish more Aquarius were like Justin Baldoni. Because sometimes when we're in our dark side, we can be very vengeful. Similar to Scorpios, actually. Very vengeful, out to get people, resentful, negative, jaded. But when we're spiritual and when we're in our light and we learn to forgive people, it makes us our best selves. Best selves. Like when you see Justin Baldoni, who's another Aquarius. If you know another Aquarius, write in the comment section. I want to say Michael B. Jordan, but I don't know that much about him to say that. In fact, I might do another Michael B. Jordan video soon, especially because he just won the Oscar. But when we are in our light, Aquarius, we can really shine, really shine, and we become the change, you know, and not just talking about it. Sometimes Aquarius, we love to talk, we have to do it, and he's great at doing it. He is the change, and I see him like starting like a women's center that's going to be a part of this farm. He's going to start like a big center, holistic healing center, and it's going to be so beautiful. Wow, people like him make me have faith in humanity. Not that I lost faith. Sometimes I do. But people like him just make me want to be a better person, you know? And I know that sounds so cliche, but to have such heart and to touch so many people. And you know, it's sad because I think he comes across fake and phony because I think he's the real deal and we're not used to that. We're not used to people being the real deal. So he's going to soar, and I can't wait to see the great things that happen for Justin Baldoni. And justice is coming. It's definitely coming. It just takes time. It really does. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching.